What's going on, guys, and welcome to this week's video. I know what you're thinking. A new chair, right? I know, it's beautiful. Got it at Office Max for way too much. Nah, I'm just kidding. But seriously, thanks for tuning into this one. Today I'm going to be talking with you guys about the differences in skill and how you can improve in Valorant from plat to diamond and above. I've almost hit diamond a few times, and I've pretty much been in platinum since they dropped ranked. And I've been doing a lot of research on the things that separate the two, and I've noticed a lot of key differences in what my playstyle used to be and what it's developed to, especially with the training exercises that I've been doing in and out of game, and I'm going to be showing you guys those as well. When it comes to playing Valorant, there's a lot of mechanics that need to be mastered, and you have to spend the time to know what you're working on and recognize the mistakes you're making if you want to play at top levels and if you want to compete with other people. Whenever I stream throughout the week, I do always do these warm-up exercises to prepare myself before I get into any ranked matches, or just to keep the practice up. You know, I don't want my skill to diminish at all. If you guys ever have any questions, you can always comment under the video below, or you can look in the description and find my Twitch link. I do stream every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. MST. But with that, let's get into it. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video. Okay, so a lot of the research that I've done, and in the many ranked matches that I've played since the drop of Valorant and even in the beta, I've made huge progress. In beta, I maxed out in rank at about high bronze, low silver. When the game dropped, I placed high gold. I put in a lot of work, I've put in a lot of time. With the many videos I put out on TikTok and on my YouTube about the Kovac exercises that you can do, there's a lot of things that you can also do in-game as well. And there's a few things that you can do in-game that you can't do out of game. So I'll show you what I mean. I'm gonna go to the practice range, okay? So the things that's gonna separate platinum from diamond and above is gonna be more fundamentals than aim. I'll show you. These are a few exercises that you're going to wanna do if you want to improve. So the first thing you're always going to start off with is doing the practice and just kind of, let me take off strafing for one. Just practice hitting heads, go at a comfortable pace. After you do about like 10 minutes of that, you know, you're just practicing, you're just warming up. You want to do the easy and the medium speed, sometimes hard, depending on the level of skill that you're at. And it's no different than practicing flicks in Kovacs. It's really not. It's pretty much the same thing, except it's more on a horizontal scale, whereas in Kovacs you're going up and down and everything as well. You know what I mean? I usually skip the easy, but I do a lot of the medium. I usually try to get above 20. That's when I know I'm warm. I think my max has been like 26 or 27. And then a lot of times I'll do hard just to warm up as well. You know, just kind of see where I'm at, if I'm improving. The next thing you want to do is you want to do eliminate 50. Except you don't want to care about the time. With this, you're practicing your counter strafing. And counter strafing is, as you can see, when you're moving and you shoot, you're not accurate. You're not. But if you move and then move back quickly, you are going to be accurate. So it kind of helps tracking the head. You're staying at head level. You want to do some up close. You want to do some far away. And I just kind of do that. I'll do 50 to warm up. And then after I do that, then I'm going to do eliminate 50 strafe. And you can do eliminate 100 as well if you really feel like getting super into it. Bot armor on. Infinite ammo, doesn't matter. Just kind of practice tracking the head while you're moving. You don't really want to care about shooting as much while you're doing the strafing portion, because it's just to help you warm up on tracking a moving target, especially at head level, because that's the one-shot kill point. Sometimes I warm up, I'll practice going from target to target over here. But these are the exercises that you want to do in game. These are really important to help you hone your skills and get that muscle memory with counter strafing, because counter strafing is one of the most important fundamentals in this game, especially when it comes to peeking corners. And let me show you how that can be applied. When you come to the spike diffusing exercises, I always do hard, always. I'm gonna buy Vandal, pistol. I practice with a pistol a lot because sometimes early rounds can be tough, and my pistol skills aren't the greatest. Jiggle peek corners, clear all angles. See, that's counter strafing. You see how, like, I was completely accurate. I was running one way, I came back the other, and I was completely accurate when I shot at him. Oh, right there, I didn't expect him to be there. And when you're getting into higher ranks, this is stuff that you're gonna run into a lot. They're keeping their cursor at head level, and they're jiggle peeking corners, and then they're counter strafing it. Now I'll do it with a Vandal. Now, by no means are my fundamentals the best. I'm still working on a lot of things. I'm not a freaking former CS pro. I'm not a Valorant pro. I'm not even in Diamond yet. But I know what I need to work on, and that's the difference between the people who rank up and the people who don't. Another good exercise is just always do the planting, because there's a little more targets and just different angles to just get you warmed up. You know, always playing with the character you're comfortable with. There's usually someone always in that corner. See, there's that jiggle peek right there. I just one tapped it. If that was in a regular game, that guy would be so mad. Plant the bomb and just kind of do the same thing. I just come back here and I just jiggle peek everything. Another exercise that I found that works really well for me, and aside from all my regular tracking exercises that I've been doing, is this moving headshot exercise. I thoroughly enjoy this, and it actually has helped me in kind of predicting the movements while I'm trying to track the head. And that of course also applies to the in-game training exercise where you're just tracking the head while you're moving around with the moving bots. I will say that the biggest difference that I've noticed when I play with my friends that are in lower ranks, and just from the videos I've watched of Hiko, Ninja, Shroud, and just all the pros and the people in the high skill levels, is how everyone plays on both attack and defense. I think when you find yourself getting into higher ranks, most people know how to play defense pretty well when it comes to, you know, letting them come to you because they have to. There's no reason to try to always push them or flank. I think that's a common mistake that I see a lot of people do in the lower ranks. But aside from that, when you're attacking, even in Platinum, I have seen a lot of people think that hard rushing one site is the move, just the strat that always works, and it's not. Sometimes you'll be playing people that are bad and it will work, but when you get to Immortal, that shit's not gonna work. People are really precise with their aim and they're really smart with their abilities, and you're gonna get one-tapped like every single time. When you're on attack, I've seen Hiko, especially in a lot of his videos, they play slow, you know what I mean? You don't have to hard rush everything. You can peek some areas to get information on where people are at. Maybe if you're playing Haven, you know, push into garage, try and clear it. But for the most part, you have, what is it? 2 minutes to make a play. I can't remember what the exact time is, but you have a specific amount of time to make a play, and it's a significant amount of time too. You have plenty of time to move. 30 seconds, the last 30 seconds, if you're on B and the last person is on B, 30 seconds is plenty of time to rotate. You can get there with 10 seconds to spare. And the mistake I see a lot of people making is thinking that you have to get on site as fast as possible and get the plant down, and it's not. Play for picks. Once you get one, or once you start seeing rotates, then you make the decision on where you should go. A lot of times, even watching Shroud and Hiko, like sometimes they'll come up with a plan, like, okay, we're gonna do this. But there's a lot of times where it's like, okay, we don't know what we're doing yet, but we'll figure it out once we get more information. And that's the entirety of the game. And I promise you, if you stop pushing so freaking hard and you do these exercises and practice your fundamentals, you're going to see a huge difference in your performance, especially in Platinum, because it's hard to get out of. It's really, really hard to get out of Plat and Diamond and Immortal all the way up to Radiant, because basically to rank up, you have to top frag. But if you do anything below that, you're barely going to go up. If you want to go up significantly and you want to see that high level of improvement, you've got to top frag. But the top frag, you have to outperform the others. You have to practice the mechanics, the fundamentals, and overall just discipline yourself. Find that sweet spot with your aim. Lower your sensitivity if you have to. Turn off mouse acceleration. Just put in the work. This is a really fun video to make. I think even going through all these things reminded me of what I've been being lazy with, especially with jiggle peeking and counter strafing. I really appreciate you guys tuning into this week's video. Again, if you guys ever have any questions, you can always tune into my streams, or you can comment under the video. As always, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one.